to episode 7 of Unlock the Oracles with Amrose Intuitive Studio on YouTube. If you haven't yet, please subscribe so you can be notified when all of the future videos are uploaded, and you might have to hit the little bell icon to make sure you're getting the updates. As we go through this, please feel free to comment and interact with me. I would love if you felt comfortable to engage in this space about anything that we talk about here. And also, if you don't care to engage in any of this, it does not hurt my ego that you skip directly to the message, and you can find a timestamp directly to the message in both the description and the comments. So today I chose the Messages from Your Animal Spirit Guides Oracle cards. And the reason why I chose this one is especially because I want to show you the diversity in the different kinds of messages that you can get based on what your preferences are. So a lot of us do talk about, animal or spirit animals and, and spirit guides, messages or experiences that we have out in nature. And so today's altar, to honor that, is a little bit from nature, things that I have collected, just little tokens that I've collected, and then other things that are meaningful to me. And I'll just give you a quick overview of that. So what I've done here is kind of taking the really into nature element. Like, this is something I cut off my friend's tree. You've seen some of this before. These two owls that are framing the entire thing were painted by my kids. And this is a swan, a glass swan that I've had forever. I have another one too, in a different position. So I went around my house and kind of collected things that weren't sitting on my altars normally. They were displayed on windowsills, like in between plants, different things like that, but they weren't in my altar space, something that I shift around every day. So I collected things from around the house that brought elements of nature and animals into this intention, in this space, just to honor the messages from today. Also, you can't see it, but I have another thing. I could not find my little butterfly brooch. That was my grandma's, but my niece painted that for me, little window thing. And then so those are the things. Those are the things for your altar, things that are meaningful to you, that are special to you for no reason other than that they are, right? So the way that I went through this is you have the elements of nature here, and then on the other side, a little bit different. You see, it's obviously they're all elements of nature, but you see how it's framed differently. Down here, it's more earthy. Here you have more of a water and flower thing going on. You can even see behind, if you're looking, there is a peacock feather and another stem of flowers that I dried out from my gladiolus plant that my cousin gave me bulbs to, an ostrich feather that I found at the zoo. It doesn't matter. Most of it isn't of any actual material value. The center here, last thing I'm going to show you, is to remind me of where my value is. Okay, my value is not in material necessarily. My value is within and kind of beyond. Where do I look for clarity and guidance? It's not to the external world and the standards that are held there. It's within and beyond. Okay? So your altar, again, is all about you. All right, let's hop into this deck. I'm a little extra careful today so I don't knock down anything that's going to break, because Mercury retrograde is upon us, my friends. Now, I'm especially excited today because I fixed my favorite bell. This is my favorite bell. Um, and I haven't used it in a while because it's been broken. So I'm going to use that a little bit too. All right, so let's see what messages our animal guide or our animal spirit guides have for us today. I don't know, what are your spirit guides? My spirit guides are not necessarily birds. I have several people in my life who love owls. My mom and my cousin. I have several. I told you sometimes this whole shuffling process is messy and I get like a pile that fall out, and that's what that sound was. So that's what I picked up. And again, Mercury retrograde, friends. Mercury retrograde, do not forget. We go easy on each other around this time. It's just all right. All right, what messages do we have? So I noticed there's a lot of birds here. It's got a big bird theme, but that's not necessarily relevant. It's all about what's important to you. My actual favorite animals. All right, we did get a card. Oh my gosh. Okay. To finish that thought though, my particular guides are, I love ravens and crows as well as raccoons. So just a little tidbit. All right, so this is actually the same picture that was on the back of the deck. We've had that happen a few times in a few of these videos now. And it is the blue heron. This has come out, I'm not joking, 3 different times in just like a mess of cards. But every single time this one was flipped over face up. 3 times, just in the last like 5 minutes or so. It says, make a stand for what you believe in and do what feels right in spite of any judgment or disapproval from others. Trust your deepest sense of knowing what the right action is and do it. And don't rely on others to tell you what to do or how to act. Not everyone will approve of the decisions you make, and if your choice goes against the grain of what people expect from you, you'll no doubt run into strong criticism and judgment. Stand still, look around, and breathe. You're doing just fine, in spite of others' assessments of you. Besides, your greatest and most fulfilling support will come from that place inside that guides you by revealing signs that tell you what your path is to follow. Heeding these signs helps your soul be in alignment with Spirit's intent for you. You may have to get both feet in the water and wade through the dregs of other people's disapproval, asserting yourself where is needed. Practical optimism and clarity of purpose will always dissipate any tendencies towards cynicism or self-pity. Trust in your inner knowing and let that be the source of your strength to help you keep moving forward. Autonomy, dignity, self-determination, balance. Balance is a very, very big one right now for me. Gratefulness, peacefulness, resolve, another word that's been coming up for me, resolve. I actually mentioned that word yesterday. That word came up for me yesterday and I mentioned it in the video, the word resolve. Everything dissolves, everything resolves, everything evolves. Uniqueness, illumination, independence, boundaries, exploration, fluidity, self-reliance, dignity, and deliberateness. Any of those standing out to you, and maybe that will direct you more clearly in the direction you're supposed to go, the things you're supposed to take a stand for right now, and just trust yourself. Not everything is doable or actionable this moment in life, right? Sometimes it takes time to prepare. We have to do a lot of things to prepare, or we should anyway. We should prepare our inner self, observe our patterns and actions and reactions to the world in the ways that have dissatisfied us in the past. Because if we do not do that, we will continue to find ourselves feeling that way again and again, no matter who we're bumping into, no matter what the job is, no matter who the relationship is with, we continue to evoke the same patterns out of everything, right? We make choices that either reinforce old patterns or create new ones. Thank you so much for being here. What areas of your life is the blue heron calling out for you to stand tall, right? Do what feels right. Be confident. Walk your path. Did you enjoy this deck? Is it your favorite? This actually was a deck that is not even mine. It belongs to one of my kids because they see me playing with my cards all the time and they wanted their own. And thankfully, we keep these safe in Mommy's collection and so that you can see them too. I think they're really neat. I actually like the messages a lot. So if you enjoyed this deck, please like, comment, and share anything that we spoke about with this particular altar and animal guides. Which ones are yours? What is your spirit animal? Is it a lifelong thing? What experiences have you had? Like, I have real experiences out in the world with butterflies that are surreal. And I believe that my grandmother is responsible for those experiences. Do you have things like that out in the real world that don't make sense, but it's like magic? If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to share it with your friends, like, subscribe, and hit the little bell notification so you can be notified of all the new videos that are coming out.